Tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so we are still doing the Vittis, right? We finished the Kamavachara Vitti, and then we remember we began the Jhana Vittis, right? We did Mahagata Vittis. How many Mahagata Vittis? Do you remember? Huh? 25? 22. 22? Mahagata Vittis. We have nine jhanas, 9 jhana vittis. Patama jhana vitti, dutiya jhana vitti, right? And then we have 2 pugala, right?
72.
Yeah, 72. We have also kusala or kiriya, and we also have adhikamika and samapajana. Remember this? Adhikamika with one, only appana javana, and then samapajana with many, right? So altogether 72. 72. So now the remaining appana vittis, abhinya vittis. So let's review the abhinyas, remember? First abhinya was maybe iddhi viddha, no? Iddhi viddha is the first abhinya. Types of abhinyas, right? The main types, I think there were 5, no? Iddhi viddha. And then we have dibbasota, cettopariyanyana, and Pubbe Nivasa Anusati, and Dibbachakvanyana. Okay. Now during this semester we also have, in this last chapter, we also have this. So you will review it again and again. So then there are some subtypes over here. Nivasa, Dibbachak, we have Yatakamupagga, and we have Anagatang Jnana. But anyways, these are the main 5 types, right? Yeah, he's streaming, he told me. Okay, so these are the 5 types. So what are the requisites? Okay, how can we, the procedure for the abhinyas. Remember, abhinyas are 5th jhana, rupa vachara 5th jhana, chittas, right? So in order to attain them, some problem? In order to attain them, we have to develop first attain the jhanas, right? Yes. First attain jhanas. And then you have to do, the 14 ways? Chuddha sakara vasibhava. Right? So maybe let's put here like a prerequisites, maybe are all the jhanas are a prerequisite. And then Chuddha sakara vasibhava. Chuddha sakara vasibhava. You have to be able to not only attain those jhanas, but you have to attain them in different orders and you attain them quickly. So this makes your mind very flexible, very fast. Not only you have deep concentration, but you can also change objects very quickly. So you have to attain, for example, the 1st jhana, the 2nd jhana, the 3rd jhana, the 4th jhana, the 5th jhana, then the arupa jhanas. In succession, in order, in reverse order, skipping jhanas, skipping objects. So there's many many ways you can practice these jhanas, okay? The purpose here is to make your mind very fast, very malleable, and be able to attain those concentrations quickly. So you have to master each jhana, okay? So, Chuddha Sakara Vasi Bhava. Then the procedure to enter, or the procedure to use these abhinyas, is to enter the fifth jhana. The fifth jhana is the Padaka jhana. Padaka jhana. Okay, so you enter the fifth jhana, the Padaka jhana. Then you emerge and you reflect on its factors. So there is jhana factors over here. What are the factors of the fifth jhana? It will be Upekkha and Ekagata, right? So you reflect on those factors. Okay? Then you make a determination. Determination. Abhinya depends on this determination. Determination, for example, the example we have in the book is, for example, to produce fire, for example, from a part of your body. Then you have to make that determination at this point. May fire come out from my finger, for example. For example, the Buddha does the twin miracle with fire and water coming out from different parts of his body. So he has to make this, there is this determination and strong intention for that to happen. So the determination here is the problem, is the next step. After the determination, you enter again the jhana, enter again the Padaka jhana. Enter again the Padaka jhana, emerge and reflect on its factors, reflect on its factors, and determine again. So you see you are doing it 2 times, determine again. And then the abhinya occur. Abhinya occurs, happens. Okay, this is more or less the procedure for the abhinya. So let's see in terms of VTs, what is happening? Okay, we enter the Padaka jhana, is the fifth jhana, right? Rupa Vachara jhana. So the VT will be coming from Bhavanga. We have Nada, we have a Manodwara Vajana, Manodwara VT, and then we'll have, what is the next chitta? For entering the fifth jhana. Upachara? Could be upachara for the tikka bhinya, no? Let's do the danda bhinya, which has all the VTs, all the chittas. So it's parikama, no? Parikama PK, right? Upachara U, Anuloma, and Gotrabhu. This Gotrabhu changes the lineage from Kamavachara to Rupavachara, right? Okay, then we have here the fifth jhana, Javana, okay? A fifth jhana Javana, you can just write Appana Javana, and there will be several of them, another Appana Javana, and then Bhavanga. Okay, this is the entering the Padaka jhana. Then now we emerge from this jhana, we come out of this jhana, now we reflect on the past jhana, on the factors. So which VT will arise? Taking be careful, no? You have a, maybe you can open the window for it. Then we'll have a VT that takes the jhana factors of this previous jhana as object. Okay? So it's taking chittasikas as object, and they are past chittasikas, and they are Rupavachara chittasikas. So this VT is Do you remember the types of viti? It will be a Kamavachara viti. Kamavachara viti is Manodvara viti. With the Kama Javanas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, can it have Tadaramana or not?
Rupa?
Taking the Chetasikas of this jhana as object. It's past Rupavachara Chetasikas, Upekha Vedana and Ekagata. No, right? Because Tadaramana only takes Kamavachara objects. Okay. So no Tadaramanas, we have Bhavanga. Okay. So this is the reflection. So this is the Padaka jhana. Padaka jhana. And here we have the reflection. Pachavekana we say, no? Let's put it in Pali. Pachavekana. Pachavekana. Pachavekana, yes. Pachavekana. 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 Pachavekana viti, reflecting on the jhana factors of that fifth jhana. Then we'll have a determination. That determination, we didn't discuss exactly what is the object of that determination, but it's again another Kamavachara viti. Another Kamavachara viti. So it will be like this. And I think there is no Tadaramana here on this viti. Determination. Adhitthana. Adhitthana viti.
The same like Pachavekana.
Same type of viti. Same type of viti. Then we'll enter again the Padaka jhana, again do Pachavekana, and then the Abhinya viti. Abhinya viti. So the Abhinya viti will be again another Manodvara viti. Manodvara viti. And now we have also, as if it was a normal jhana, we will have Parikamma, Upachara Nuloma, Gotra Bhu, and then we have Abhinya. Abhinya Javana. Okay? One Abhinya Javana and Bhavanga. Abhinya Javana, we can say maybe just, we were using this Abhi, just Abhi, or Abhijay, Abhinya Javana. Okay? Only one. Only one. So you see, the Abhinya is actually just one mind moment. It's just a snap. And then after this, Viti is when you can actually use that Abhinya. For example, to make the fire come out, yes, and that moment is when it happens, but it will not, the fire coming out doesn't last one mind moment. It will last several mind moments, right? Several, maybe seconds, right? So the Abhinya is like turning on the Abhinya on this mind moment. If you, for example, for Abhinya for flying, you do the Abhinya and then you can fly. And when you're flying, you have Kamavachara Chittas, not Abhinya Chitta. Yeah. Okay? So then when you're flying, you can look at things, you can enter jhanas, you can do other Abhinyas, right?
It's not always staying in Abhinya.
Yeah, you're not just Abhinya Chitta like one attainment, Samapati or something like that. It's just you see one mind moment, and then it's like a bit like turning on. Okay, you turn it on. Now you can use it. Okay? So the Abhinya Viti is like this, you see? Then, of course, this is optional, right? If it's Kippa, Abhinya, he may not have this Parikamma, right? You may have this option of two Pugalas as well, okay? So there are two Abhinya Vitis, one for Kippa Abhinya, one for Danda. Okay?
For
Danda Abhinya. Danda.
Parikrama.
No Yes, Danda Abhinya has Parikamma. Kippa Abhinya doesn't have the Parikamma. Here, if you notice, you see how many javanas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 javanas only, you see? Normally we have sets of 7, right? 7 javanas. But here you have less. You see, it's an exception to that rule. You have javanas, 7 javanas. Here we have just 5. Okay, this is the abhinya. So for example, this padaka jhana, let's say you want to make the fire, right? As the book example. Then this padaka jhana must be of the tejo kasina. Okay? So the padaka jhana, for example, could be tejo kasina. Fire kasina, right? Remember, you take it by looking at a fire, maybe through a circular frame or something. Not necessarily, but by looking at a fire, you can develop that concept, Suddha Panyati of Tejo Kasina, right? So based on that jhanas, 5th jhana, then you can attain this. You can do that. So each abhinya will be based on a different kasina. Okay? For example, Dibbachaku can be based on Tejo Kasina, on Odata Kasina, or Aloka Kasina. Okay? These are the 3 kasinas that are used, for example, for Dibbachaku. Okay? So, okay. Any question? This is it, no? Simple, you see? Only 2 types. This is our VT. Okay, no? Magga VT. Any question? No. Okay, Magga VT. Magga VT. So we had, when we were studying the Magga Chittas, we had either 4 Maggas, right? Or we had in detail times 5 jhanas, 20. Remember? So we have altogether 20 Magga Chittas, depending on the jhana. 20 Magga Chittas, right? But we have actually 40 Magga Vitis. 40 Magga Vitis. Okay. Magga Vitis. Okay, Sotapatti Magga, no? Sotapatti Magga Viti. Sotapatti Magga Viti. Okay. Sotapatti Magga Viti, we come from Bhavangas, vibration of Bhavangas, Manodvara, Avajjana. And then we have again a preparation, but this time for Magga to arise. So we have Parikamma, Upachara Anuloma, Gotra Bhu, and then we have Magga. After Magga, immediately this Magga produces Phala, Bhavanga. Okay. 2 Phalas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you see? 7 javanas, you see? Here again we are following the 7 javana. Phala is but still javana, right? The only vipaka which is a javana, right? Is the Phala. Okay? Now this Gotrabhu doesn't just change the lineage, but this one breaks the Puttujana lineage. Remember this? We had Gotrabhu either changes the lineage to Mahagata, or it breaks the Puttujana lineage to Arya. Right? You know lineage, no? This word? Lineage? Okay. So this Parikama is optional depending on Kipa or Danda. Again, the same principle, okay? So you will have 2. Then this Magga can be of the 1st jhana, right? Or can be of the 2nd jhana, or of the 3rd, or of the 4th, or of the 5th jhana. Right? Yeah. So you have Sotapatti Maggas, we have, you see, 5, and with this variation, 10. Right? So we have 4 Maggas, so 40. 40 altogether magga vittis. 40 maggas. But technically, actually, all of these, the vitti is actually the same, right? The vitti is actually the same. Okay, Sotapatti magga vitti. Now, let's discuss a little bit about this. Okay, the jati of these chittas, you see, okay, these are all vipaka chittas, right? Vipaka chittas. This one, remember, is a kiriya chitta, right? This is a vipaka chitta. This is a kiriya chitta, no? What about these? These are? Huh? A little too cold for me. Who can change it for me? Over there. Too cold. Mahakusala, right? Because we are talking about Sotapatti magga vitti. These are kusala. And they are, remember, jnana sampayutta. Jnana sampayutta, right? Yes. So they are, how many chittas can do this function? 35? Kusala, jnana sampayutta, and kamavachara. Yes, there are 4 chittas over here that can arise over here. Okay? 4 chittas. Chittasikas? Ah, okay. He's a step forward. Okay. So this is kusala. What about this one? Magga. Magga? Magga is also kusala, right? Also kusala, but lokuttara. So lokuttara kusala. And the pala. This is vipaka. Okay, also lokuttara. Bhavangas again, vipaka. So this magga, remember, is the akalika. Remember this? Akalika? We discussed about not water, not akalika water. Is the quality of the magga of producing result immediately. Remember? So this magga is a kusala, and this vipaka is of this kusala, you see?
Because of kusala.
Yeah, normally kusala kamas, they take a long time, right? To produce result, right? Yeah, kama vachara a long time. Kusala, lokuttara, lokuttara very strong, it produces the result immediately, right? Yeah.
As much as possible.
As much as possible?
Will be attained
Akalika, yeah. Because it produces result immediately. You see, this vipaka must be vipaka of something, of some kamma, right? So it's not of the patisandhi kamma or which kamma, it's not. You know, it's of this lokuttara, magga. It produces the vipaka immediately. So this is why it's akalika, right? Akalika. Yeah. Okay, what is the object of these chittas? Here is a little different. So, object we have, okay, these are kama nimitta gati nimitta, right? Let's do here object, okay? Object will be kama nimitta or gati nimitta, okay, of these chittas. Manodara vajana, what do you think? Yes, it must come from vipassana. It must come from vipassana. So it will take some nama or rupa, some sankhara, right? Let's put sankhara. It takes some sankhara as object. Now these kamavachara kusala chittas, jnana sampayutta, will take this sankhara as either anicca or dukkha or anatta. Okay? Not manodara vajana, okay? Manodara vajana takes that sankhara, but here the actual contemplation is done on these chittas. Okay? Then Gotrabhu will take actually Nibbana as object. Yes. So Gotrabhu, even though it's actually the first chitta that takes Nibbana as object, if we are very strictly speaking, but it acts for Magga a little bit like an avajana. It's a little bit like avajana for Magga. So this is the avajana, right? It turns to the object, doesn't really take the object strongly. So the Gotrabhu a little bit like turns from the Sankara to Nibbana for the first time. So it's a little bit like avajana. You see? And then Magga actually takes it, of course, strongly and enough to destroy defilements here. So Nibbana, all the objects of all these chittas over here, Nibbana. So here on this viti, that principle of object not changing in the middle of the viti, remember we had this principle established, in this viti it changes, you see? Object changes. From Sankara to Nibbana, in the middle of the viti, the object changes. Okay. Now, so we have this, and here we have the option of Kippa or Dandabhinya and the jhana, so we end up having 10 Sotapatti Maggavitis. Okay, now let's do the next, would be Sakadagami, right? Sakadagami Maggaviti. Sakadagami Maggaviti. Okay, Sakadagami Maggaviti. Bhavanga, vibration, and Manodara Vajana. Now, what do we have? Gotrabhu already broke the lineage, broke the Putujana legend. So we'll have Vodana in its place. We still have an optional Parikamma here, if it's Dandabhinya, and then Upachara, Anuloma, and then we have Vodana with a VD, okay? Don't put VO, because this is Votapana. Okay. VO may be wrong. Huh? Full name? Yeah, but usually to make like, to draw the VT, like usually you use symbols, no? Symbols. To make it shorter, no? To make it more visible. Otherwise, imagine I start writing here Bhavanga, Bhavanga, Chalana, Bhavanga Upacheda, no? Yeah. So Vodana is instead of Gotrabhu, there is no Gotrabhu, it's Vodana. So Vodana prepares the mind for the next Magga. So it removes any obstructions for the next Magga to arise. And then we have Magga and Pala. Actually here, if we don't have Parikamma, if we don't have this Parikamma for Kippa Bhinya, we would have one more Pala.
3 Pala.
Yes, 3 Palas. So, okay, let me write it over here. I'll make it here, okay? Bhavanga. And we have no Parikamma, Upachara, Anuloma, Gotrabhu, and then we have Magga and Pala, yes. This is the Kippa Bhinya, okay? Kippa Bhinya is like this. Yeah, the faster one. Okay? Gotrabhu? Nibbana. Yes, but Gotrabhu can take Nibbana as object. Remember, Aramana Sangaha, we did which chittas can take all objects except Arhata Magga and Arhata Pala. And Jnana Sampayutta Kamavachara chittas were there. Remember? So those Jnana Sampayutta Kamavachara chittas, 4 chittas, can take all objects except Arhata Magga, Arhata Pala. And then Kusala Bhinyana could not also, was in that same category. I think 5 chittas according to my memory. Right? Yes. So this is why. You see? Jnana Sampayutta Kamavachara Chitta, taking Nibbana directly as object. No, Parikamapachara Nuloma, they take Sankhara, Sankhara Nicca Dukkha as a Nicca Dukkha. So the object changes here, you see, on Gotrabhu.
Gotrabu is Nibbana, right?
Gotrabhu takes Nibbana, yes.
Even this Kamavachara.
Yes.
When we let an object, Mahakusala Jnana Sampayutta
Yes.
can take the Nibbana,
Yes. Yes. Aramana Sangaha.
but another cannot.
Remember Aramana Sangaha? What was the Aramana Sangaha? Let's see if we can remember. We had, chittas that take Kamavachara objects, chittas that take Mahagata objects only, chittas that take Panyati objects only, chittas that take Lokya objects, Lokya Ramanika chittas, and then we did chittas that take all objects except Arahata Magga and Arahata Pala. Remember? All objects except Arahata Magga, Arahata Pala, yes. All objects except Arahata Magga and Pala. Yes, these were 5 chittas, I think, no? 4 Jnana Sampayutta Mahakusala, and then we had Kusala Abhinyana, Kusala Abhinyana. I think this is it, right? And then there's those that take all objects. All objects were 6 chittas, yes. Are you checking on the book? Or your memory? You guess? Okay, it was Manodwara Vajana, remember? Manodwara Vajana, not 4, no. Manodwara Vajana, okay, just MA. Manodwara Vajana does this, takes all objects. And then we have 4 Jnana Sampayutta, Mahakiriya. And then we had Kiriya Abhinyana. Yes. Take all objects. Take all objects. So those 4 Jnana Sampayutta Mahakusala are the ones that do Gotrabhu. Parikamapachara Nuloma Gotrabhu. Okay. Aramana Sangaha is a little difficult, no? A little difficult, Aramana Sangaha. Huh? Tricky, a little tricky, yes. It's a little tricky. Yes. Have to review it many times. Okay. This is the Sakadagami Magaviti. So here, the same variation, we have Parikama here. If we don't have this Parikama, we'll have an extra Pala and then Bhavanga, right? Okay. The Magga may be of any of the 5 jhanas as well. So you have 5, 10. Sakadagami Magaviti. Okay. Then the objects are the same, the jati is the same. The only thing is that you have to remember it's Vodana. Okay? Think like this. If it is Mahagata Vitis, then you will have Gotrabhu. Because Gotrabhu at that time is changing just from Kamavachara to Mahagata. Okay? In Mahagata Vitis, we always have Gotrabhu. Gotrabhu at that time is changing from Kamavachara to Mahagata. Okay? Lineage. But in Lokuttara Vitis, you don't have Gotrabhu always. You just have Gotrabhu once. It breaks the Putujana lineage and brings you to Arya lineage. So only the Sotapati Magaviti has Gotrabhu. The other Magavitis have Vodana, and the Palavitis have just Anulomas. Just Anulomas. Yes, Anuloma and Pala. Yes, Anuloma and Pala. Okay, so the Anagami Magaviti would be the same as this. Anagami Magaviti. Anagami Magaviti is the same as this. And Arahatta Magaviti, Arahatta Magaviti is also the same as this. Also the same as this. In Arahatta Magaviti, you see, these chittas will still be kusala, right? And then, after this kusala here, magga, imagine this is Arahatta Magga, okay? This is the last kusala chitta. The last kusala chitta. So what is the last kusala chitta of anyone? Always Arahatta Magga. Yeah. So after Arahatta Magga, you have Pala Chittas, and then Vipaka Chittas, and then you will have Kiriya Chittas. No Kusala anymore. So Arahats overcome Kusala. These are still Kamavachara Kusala in the Anagami. If it's Anagami, he still has defilements affecting him, right? So his chittas will be, his javanas will be Kusala. And then here it will also take some Sankara as Anicca Dukkhanata according to his Vipassana practice. Then Vodhana will take, here we'll take Nibbana, like Gotrabhu, and we'll take Magga Gotrabhu again. This is Kusala, and then you'll have Vipaka, Lokuttara Vipaka. And then this is the last Kusala. The last Kusala. The subsequent VTs that he may have will be Kiriya. Right? So again, we have 10 for each of these. 10, 10, 10, and Sotapatti Magga 10. Altogether, 40 Maggavitis. Remember, we had 72 Mahagata Vitis. Now we have 40 Maggavitis. Okay? Okay. Now, Palavitis. Magaviti. Let me see if I forgot anything. 40 Magavitis. Today, let's see if we can finish, maybe not finish VT. Still not. Because maybe until Pugala. There is a Pugala Bheda. I think we may not finish Pugala Bheda. But, okay. After this Magaviti, we have to discuss Pachavekana Viti. Now we have the Pachavekana from reflecting on the jhana factors, right? This is a different Pachavekana. Pachavekana Vitis. You remember? 19. No, Pachavekana. Not only Arahants. Vitis. Yes. After each Magga, when you attain the Magga, some defilements are destroyed, right? You attain Nibbana. In the Sotapatti Magga, you will see Nibbana for the first time. Right? Even though Gotrabhu takes Nibbana, is the first chitta, normally we say it's Magga is the first time you see Nibbana, right? Technically now you know it's Gotrabhu, right? But after this Viti occurs, then the meditator will reflect on what happened. Yes, you reflect on what happened. So this reflection is the Paccavekkhana. So there are 5 Paccavekkanas. It's easy to remember. You reflect on the Magga. That's the first Paccavekkhana. Okay? You reflect back on the Magga. Yes, you reflect back. Remember when you attain jhana? Okay, you attain jhana. When you come out of jhana, you reflect on the jhana factors. So you are reflecting on what happened. Okay? So after the Magga, you can reflect on that Magga. You understand? It's a type of special investigation. So you have Magga Paccavekkhana, Magga Paccavekkhana, Paccavekkhana. Then you have Phala Paccavekkhana, Paccavekkhana, and Nibbana Paccavekkhana. And then, so Magga, Phala, Nibbana is very easy to remember. And then the defilements that were destroyed and the defilements that remain. So you have Pahina Kilesa, Pahina Kilesa, Paccavekkhana, and Apahina Kilesa, Apahina Kilesa, Paccavekkhana. Okay, so these 5 Paccavekkanas. Okay, each one of them happens in an individual viti. You don't reflect on them all together. You reflect, for example, on the Magga. Then another viti will reflect on the Phala. Another viti will reflect on Nibbana. Another will reflect on the defilements that were removed, and another on the defilements that still remain. So because of this one reflects on the defilements that remain. After Arahata Magga, you don't have this. So this is why there are 19, not 20. Right? Let's say you attain Sotapati Magga, then you do these 5 reflections, right? Actually, not all of them may happen. Later I'll tell you some opinions on what happens, but you have 5 after Sotapati Magga, 5 after Sakadagami Magga, 5 after Anagami Magga, and only 4 after Arahata Magga. Okay? 5 vitis. Yes, reflecting on 5 different things. Yes. But these 3 are supposed to happen to everyone. And these 2 not always happen, or may happen even later. This is why not all Aryas understand immediately the defilements that were destroyed, for example. So this may not happen immediately for everyone, but usually these 3 are kind of standard that happen for everyone. But there are some opinions here. For example, Abhidhamata Sangaha says that these first 3 that I showed you occurred to everyone after the attainment. Okay, that's kind of like the standard, it seems. But there is Mahanama Sutta, Bhante mentioned, Mahanama Sutta. We understand that at least one of them must occur. At least one of them must happen after the attainment. Okay? And Ledi Sayadaw thinks that if you attain while dying, some arahats become arahats just before dying, almost together with death. Yes, Samasisi. Yeah, Jivita Samasisi arahants. So, according to Ledi Sayadaw, he thinks at least Pahina Kilesa will happen to them. Right before death, they will not reflect on all of this, but not enough time maybe. So at least one of these vitis must occur. It seems like these 3 are quite standard. For most people, they happen. Okay? It is not just simply like remembering what happened. It is a special investigation. You actually take these objects, for example, Nibbana, You're not just remembering like we remember ordinarily, but it's more like an investigation. So it's some special investigation with knowledge. Okay? So these are the vittis. So now we have the vitti will be bhavanga, and it's a manodvara vitti. And then we will have, I think it's 7 javanas here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These you see, lokutara objects, you see, cannot have tadaramana. And these objects, actually, if you think about, savakas cannot really see the defilements, for example, that were not destroyed. We cannot really take them directly as object, right? They are anuseya, right? We cannot see those things. So this happens based on Dhammanyana, based on knowledge of Dhamma studies, Dhamma Jnana, based on Dhammanyana. Okay? This is why some Aryas who do not have enough maybe studies, they may not understand this by themselves. Okay? Huh? Okay. So you will not have tadaramanas. It's a viti like this, a simple viti, paccavekkhana viti. Just like this, you see? Taking lokutara objects, you see?
The Jamana have the
Magga is object, Phala is object, Nibbana is object. These, I think, it will be based on Dhammanyana, so it's not directly these Pahina Kilesas as objects. Don't know exactly what will be the object here. Just based on their Dhamma studies, they are learning, they can understand the defilements that were removed and the defilements that remain. Okay, so these knowledges, these 19 Paccavekkhana vittis, if you have probably heard of the fivefold sasana, you know, fivefold sasana. I think it appears in several suttas, right? We have, what was it? Sila, no? Sila, Samadhi, Panya, Vimutti, Vimutti, Niyanadasana. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Yeah, Sila, Samadhi, Panya, Vimutti, and Vimutti. Yes, Jnana Dasana. So this Vimutti Jnana Dasana is these 19 Paccavekkhana vittis. Okay? So you see they are like part of the sasana, part of the steps, almost like steps. Sila, Samadhi, Panya, liberation, and then the reflection on the liberation. The understanding of the liberation, you see? Vimutti Jnana Dasana refers to these Paccavekkhana vittis.
Only Arahant.
Huh? Vimutti Jnana Dasana. Vimutti refers to Palachitta. But he didn't specify it was Arahatta Palachitta. Is actually a question I have. I don't know if it's Arahatta Palachitta or any of the Palachittas. Any Palachitta? Yeah, the Paccavekkhana vittis happen not only after Arahatship, right? They happen also after each attainment, each Magga, right? So I think we cannot say the Vimutti Jnana Dasana is only after Arahantship, I think. Because it is the 19, so it's all this process, right? Throughout the 4 Maggas. Okay, Palasamapati. Palasamapati. So Palasamapati, okay, the difference is that there won't be Gotrabhu. Okay, and then for some reason that is not very clear, all the Kamavachara Jnana Sampayutta Chittas are Anuloma. Bhavanga, okay, Pala Samapatti. Remember, for Pala you have to say it's Samapatti, okay? Yeah, you cannot just say Palaviti, okay? Pala Samapatti, don't forget Samapatti, you see? Pala Samapatti Viti, because Palaviti sounds like any Viti that has Pala, but Magga Viti also has Pala, right? So you have to say Pala Samapatti Viti, then it's clear, okay, it's this Viti. So this is the Viti after Magga, right? After the Magga Viti, then you can have this Viti. And then you will have Manodwara Vajana, Anuloma, 2, 3, 4, and then you will have Pala. Pala, Bhavanga, you see? And then this Anuloma, which would be like the place of the Parikama, is optional for the Kipa or Danda. Kipa or Danda, you see? Here I put ellipses so you can have many palas over here. This is an attainment. You can, like the jhana, you can stay on it. Ellipses. Ellipses.
Some book have mentioned for the Araya Pupala, if don't have attained the jhana, at least the first jhana cannot enter the Palasamapatti. Is there some book?
No.
Yes, some book.
I think not correct.
Yes, but I asked many teachers, and I'm saying this.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's not correct. Because the Palachitta is of the first jhana. If you have no jhanas, no Mahagata jhanas, and you practice Vipassana, then your Magga and your Pala will be of the first jhana. With Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata, right? So you can still have Pala Samapatti, yet it will be of the first jhana. You don't need a Mahagata jhanas to enter that, but it is a jhana. It is a jhana, right? Remember, Pala Samapatti is a jhana. This is jhana chittas. Yeah, these are Kamavachara chittas, these are jhana chittas, you see? Jhana chittas. Yeah. Sukha Vipasaka also enters this jhana, yes. You cannot attain Magga Pala without jhana. They are jhana chittas, but it doesn't mean you need Mahagata jhanas to attain the Lokuttara. Yeah. You can attain directly the Lokuttara, but it will be a jhana chitta for sure. Okay? Then if you have no Mahagata jhanas, it will be of the first jhana. If you want to enter Pala Samapatti with the second jhana, then you need Mahagata jhanas to develop that, for example. No? Okay. So we have this, you see two Pugalas, again with this differentiation. One less Javana. So you can have two Pala Samapattis, and then the Pala may be again of the 5 jhanas, so 10 for each. So altogether 40 Pala Samapattis. Right? 40 Pala Samapattis. We have 4 Palas. 4 Palas. We have 2 Pugalas. 5 jhanas. And finish, no? 8, 40, yes. So altogether 40. Okay. Manda and Tikka. So I asked Magavihari Bhante why they are anulomas. Why they are not parikamma, upachara. And he said he didn't know very well, but he thinks it's because there is no lessening of defilements, like in the Magga. So seems like there is no clear reason why they are called anulomas here. Now this anuloma could be different jati. Remember? if you are a Sotapanna, right? Sotapanna, you attained the Magga. Now you became Sotapati Palata Puggala, right? You have already attained the Magga. So these will be Kusala, you see? These will be Kusala. Kusala for Sekas. But if your Arahats also can enter Palasamapati, and these will be Kiryas for Asekas, right? So this jati can be different over here. Kusala and could be Kirya. So depending on the Puggala, right? Puggala here means which type of Arya. Which type of Arya. Okay? Question?
Palasamapati is all Seka.
Enter? You can enter Palasamapati. Sometimes depending on the conditions, if they are very busy or some conditions like that, they may still not be able to enter it. Remember, there is that story of the Arahant. He cannot enter his Palasamapati during the Vasa because he's always thinking about the other Samanera. He was living under a tree. Remember this? So he was always thinking of him like with compassion, like worrying, not worrying with worry. Of course, he has no worry, but thinking about the Samanera, you know. So because of that, he could not enter his Palasamapati. But they all have this available, let's say, to them, but not at any time. And it requires some effort, because how do you enter this? You have to do some vipassana. You have to do some vipassana contemplation, usually on a subject that is more suitable for you, and then you can enter the Palasamapati. So it requires some kind of, you have to make some effort for it to occur. No. Cannot. Now we'll discuss this. Which chittas can arise for each Puggala? Only their own. Only their own. Yes. Okay, no? Okay, Nirodha Samapatti. Nirodha Samapatti is the last one, no? Nirodha Samapatti. Remember Samapatti, okay? Okay, Nirodha Samapatti. So, requisites, prerequisites for Nirodha Samapatti. Prerequisites, you understand? Prerequisites.
Not in the Vinaya.
Prerequisites, not the requisite, not parikara.
Yes.
Right? Prerequisites for Nirodha Samapatti. You must be either Nagami, right? Nagami or Arahant. Okay. You cannot enter Nirodha Samapatti if we still have the 5 Orambhagya Sanyojanas. Remember? The lower Sanyojanas. Remember 10 Sanyojanas, right? So the lower Sanyojanas are destroyed completely with the Anagami Magga. Okay. So Anagami or Arahant you must be. And you must have attained all the jhanas. All the jhanas means Rupa Vacha and Arupa Vacha. Okay? Rupa and Arupa Vacha. Attained all the jhanas. And I think this is it. Prerequisites. Then, procedure. How to attain it? Procedure. Step by step. Procedure. Instructions.
Procedure.
Right? Okay. So this procedure involves samatha practice and involves vipassana practice. Kind of mixed. So first, one should attain the first jhana. Then you practice vipassana. You practice Vipassana. After you emerge from this jhana, obviously, you practice Vipassana on the sankharas. Sankharas of the first jhana. You understand? You enter the first jhana, you come out of that first jhana, and now you do Vipassana on this jhana. On the Chitta and Chittasikas, you do Vipassana on them. Anicca Dukkha Anatta. Okay? Then you attain the second jhana. Second jhana. And again you do Vipassana on the sankharas of the second jhana. Okay? Then, okay, I'll put Vipassana on the second jhana. So you continue doing this until you do the Akinchanyayatana. Akinchanyayatana jhana. Akinchanyayatana jhana. And then you do Vipassana on this Akinchanyayatana. Okay? And then, before you enter the last one, the last attainment is Nivasana Sanyayatana jhana, right? Remember? So before you enter the last one, you have to do Pubbhakarana. Remember Pubbhakarana? Not the Patimokkha Pubbhakarana. The Nirodha Samapatti Pubbhakarana. Okay? Pubbhakarana. Okay, what are the Pubbhakaranas?
Five.
4 Pubbhakarana. Not Samajani Padi Bhochaldakam. Okay, Pubbhakarana. They are. Okay, when you enter this Samapatti, Chitta will stop. Chitta Jaruta will stop. Okay? Even I think you don't breathe at that time. Your body is still warm. So that's the only sign that you're alive. People may think you are dead, actually. Dead, there, sitting. Even there was a Pacceka Buddha in Nirodha Samapatti, people thought he was dead, they burned him. Tried to burn him. They tried to burn him, put a lot of wood and stuff around him. Okay, we have to burn him. But Nirodha Samapatti, the attainment itself protects your body, so you cannot die, you will not be burnt. Even a flood or whatever happens, you will be okay. And your robes as well, and your sitting cloth as well. But everything else may be destroyed. So before entering this attainment, we have to do in the sasana, this attainment only in the sasana actually, but maybe Pacceka Buddhas can enter. No? And so we're supposed to do these 4 preliminary works, preliminary preparations, okay? So the first one is to determine all your properties, the things around you, not to be destroyed or taken away, stolen, or eaten by rats and things like that, okay? So Nana Baddha is the Pali. Nana Abadha Avikopana. Avikopana. So this is like a determination you do. It's a determination with the power of your concentration and your determination, just like the abhinyas are also based on determination. So this determination is for your properties around you, the kuti and things like that, not to be destroyed during the attainment. For example, you will stay in the attainment sometimes a short time, but even up to 7 days they may stay on this attainment, right? So they determine in this way to protect the properties and protect your things, your patta and so on. Nanabada Vikopana. Then the next one is the Sanghapatimana. Sanghapatimana. This one, if you're in this attainment and the Sangha needs you, If the Sangha needs you, then you will emerge from this attainment. So this is purely based on determination, you see. You know, when you enter jhanas and you're mastering the jhanas, you have to be able to remain in the jhana for a specific amount of time. Sometimes a short time or even a longer time. But based on determination before you enter, then you will come out on that time if you have mastered the jhana. Okay? So this is purely based on your intention. So your determination, your intention affects your santati, affects your mental stream. Remember, even we discussed this recently in class. Okay? So here, if the Sangha needs you, for example, for a Kamavacha or some, I don't know, anything, if the Sangha is in need of you, you will emerge automatically. Okay? So this based on determination, Sangha Padima. The other is Sattu, the teacher. Sattupa Kosa. The teacher means the Buddha. Yes, he calls you or he needs you. Okay, please bring that bhikkhu. I want to talk to him, for example. Then if he's in Nirodha Samapatti, he will emerge. The Buddha doesn't have to be waiting for you. No? So Sattupa Kosa. And then the last one was Adha Paricheda. This one is to reflect on your lifespan. How long are you going to live? The thing is this, if you stay, let's say you enter Nirodha Samapatti, but you're going to die. Let's say you want to stay for 7 days in Nirodha Samapatti, for example, but actually you will live only 3 or 4 more days. Then what will happen is, if you don't do this, you will emerge from Nirodha Samapatti and die. So, Aryas normally before dying, they usually want to help the others. They want to, for example, pay respect to the Buddha, the teacher, ask for permission, things like that. They want to admonish others, encourage others. Sometimes they do idis, right? So, out of compassion for the others and also to avoid criticism from others, if monks are dying in their meditation, people might start criticizing. So you should check your lifespan. And if you're close to death, you should not enter this Nirodha Samapatti. Okay? Then, so you check for your lifespan. Yeah. That's it. It's just to understand how much of your lifespan is still remaining.
And we who can enter the Nirodha Samapatti can check the lifespan.
Yes.
Can know the lifespan.
You can do this.
Yes.
Check.
That's it. So these 4 preliminary acts, Pubbhakarana of the Nirodha Samapatti. Okay? So now, the Viti itself. So you have entered the first jhana, done Vipassana on the first jhana. Second jhana, done Vipassana on the second jhana. So you're doing Samatha, Vipassana. Samatha, Vipassana. Samatha, Vipassana. Right? Then, when you enter the final Viti, after Pubbhakarana, maybe here. After Pubbhakarana, you enter Neva Sanyana Sanyayata. Neva Sanya Na Sanyayata. Okay. So you enter this jhana intending to stop the mental stream. Stop the mental stream. Okay? So then what will happen is this. It is a Nivasanyana Sanyayatana Jhana Viti. We have already studied this Viti. It's actually the same Viti. Manodara Vajana Chalana Upacheda sorry, not Manodara. Bhavanga. Bhavanga. Manodara. And then we will have, since it's like a Mahagata Viti, we will have a Parikama, Upachara, Anuloma, Gotra Bhu. Now we have a Neva Sanyana Sanyayatana Jana Viti and an optional second Neva Sanyana Sanyayatana Jana Apana Javana. Okay? So it's like entering Neva Sanyana Sanyayatana Jana itself. Right? You can enter this jhana and remain on it. Right? But this one, what happens is, because of the practice you have done and the intention to stop the mental stream, here you will have this achittakaka. Here the mind will stop. Achittaka, without mind, kala. Okay? Achittaka kala. And then when you finally emerge from this, according to your determination, even up to 7 days, you will have one pala bhava. You see? So it's actually not a different viti. Okay, it is a different viti, but the viti is this viti of Devasanyana Sanyayatana Jhana. You see? Because the only chitta that can be interrupted is only this Nevasanyana Sanyayatana Jhana chitta, because it is the most subtle chitta. Only this very subtle chitta can be interrupted. So without having attained this, you cannot interrupt the mind. Okay? So then you have Achittaka Kala, Pala and Bhavanga. So this Parikama will be optional. And actually the second Nevasanyana Sanyayatana Jhana chitta is also optional. Now look at this. You have here, okay, Kiriya Chittas, Vipaka, Kiriya Chittas. Here, if you're Anagami, this will be Kusala, or Kiriya if you're Arhat, right? Okay. Then Nevasanyana Sanyayatana Jhana Chittas will be again also either Kusala or Kiriya, depending on Arya Pugala, Achittaka Kala and Pala and Bhavanga. Now look at the objects. Here you have objects are, what is the object of Nevasanyana Sanyayatana Jhana Chitta? Huh? This is Akinchanyayatana.
Yes.
Previous chitta.
Yes.
The chitta that took Nati Bhava. Yes.
Not Nati Bhava.
Yes. Remember you have
Panyati.
You have Akasa Nanchayatana,
Yes.
Vinyananchayatana, Akinchanyayatana, and Nevasanyana Sanyayatana. So this one takes the space as object.
Panyati.
Yes, Panyati. This one takes this chitta as object.
Yes. Paramata.
Yes. This one takes the absence. Nati, yes, Nati Bhava. Absence. It's also a Panyati. Also another Panyati, the absence of chitta. And then this one takes this chitta as object. So this is the object. This chitta will be the object of these chitta, you see? Here of course you have no object, no chitta, no chittasika, no vedana, nothing. Right? There are still some rupas going on, kamma jarupas, uttujarupas, I think maybe ahara jarupas, but no chitta jarupas. And then pala taking nibbana only for 1 moment. Here taking nibbana. If you see another peculiarity of this viti, this process, special thing about this process is that you have different types of javana in the same process. You have these kama javanas, you see? Kama javanas over here. This is arupa vachara, mahagata javanas. And this is Vakutara Javana, you see? Types of Javana in one kind of process, you see? Okay.
Karana can we do before enter the jhana, first jhana?
No.
Into the first jhana,
Yeah, before enter the first jhana.
it is not said like that. It's you do it right before entering the attainment. So I don't know if it would work if you do it before all the process.
Or the before like enter first jhana and then contemplate and then second, third,
Yes.
continue.
You mean because the procedure, the standard is you enter the jhana and then you do vipassana on that jhana, right? And then you do enter the next, do vipassana on the next, right?
Yeah.
And then right before the last one, you do this Upakarana and then enter. So if you do it before, I don't know. It was not discussed if this would work or not. I don't know. Normally it's just before the attainment. Abhinya is also right when you come, you enter the fifth jhana, emerge, determine, enter it again, right? So maybe it would not work if it's separated to before that, but it was not discussed.
This is a little bit different from the Abhidhamma Sangha. The Akinchanya Yatana point when emerge from Akinchanya Yatana, some books say not contemplate the anicca. Yeah, no, some books say like this. But I already asked Pandey Magas.
What it is?
He said in the Tika or another book said can't help contemplate.
Contemplate.
Yes, but when I read in Abhidhamma Sangha, the when emerge from Akinchanya, no need.
Not mention that you do vipassana on that.
Yes, only Upakarana.
Directly Upakarana.
Yes.
I think in our class, he said we do vipassana on the Akinchana. Enter Akinchana jhana, do vipassana on it, and then do Upakarana. I think it makes more sense because the principle is that you're entering each jhana and seeing it as anicca dukkha, right? And then just before the last one, you will not do vipassana on it, but because it will already stop the mind, right? But I think it makes sense if you do akinchana and then vipassana on it, and then enter the attainment, right? I think it makes more sense if you do that, and that's what Bhante told us. So maybe the Tika explains it, no? Tika? The
You
Tika
can
explains it?
check in the Pali Abhidhamma Sangha in 9th chapter.
9th chapter.
Yeah, 9th chapter.
So directly it doesn't mention,
Yeah.
but the Tika explains it, no?
Yes.
So then you do these 4 Upakarana and enter the Nirodha Samapatti. That's it. This Samapatti is only possible in the Kama or Rupa realms. In the Arupa realms they cannot enter because they don't have the lower jhanas, right? So there is just maybe some short discussion about why would they enter this, right? Because in that Achitta Kakala there is no chitta to experience, there is no Vedana to experience like some pleasure or some peace or some happiness, right?
Yes, why?
Yeah, why would you enter that? It's like, we compare it to maybe a Sannyasata realm, right? For example, during the Sannyasata life, very long life, but there is no chitta to experience that life.
But as
right?
oh yes, Asanyasata.
Look like this, Asanyasata.
A little bit like similar to what Asanyasata Brahmas
Don't have-
experience. I mean, they don't experience anything.
Have
Right?
the object unknown and
Yes.
Because that also Achitta
Yes.
Kala.
Also chitta.
No feeling, no need.
It's like a chitta kakala, right? Yes.
This
Huh?
Achitta Kala.
No, there is no feeling. when you enter the jhanas or when you enter Palasamapati, there is Vedana, you're experiencing a peaceful object and so on. So there is this experience. But here there is no experience.
Yes.
So I think from the point of view of the meditator, you will enter it and you will come out 7 days later, like as if you slept for 7 days or something like that.
Deep snap.
Yes.
But
So the point is that it mimics or it's comparable to the experience of Parinibbana. Comparable to that happiness. And then why is it happiness if there is nothing to experience? There is no experience because it's a type of Avedayita Sukha. Remember? 2 types of Sukha.
That's why
Types of
someone
sukha.
they misunderstand.
Vedayita Sukha and Avedayita Sukha. Vedayita Sukha and Avedayita Sukha. So this is Avedayita Sukha. It's a type of happiness, a type of pleasure, which is not directly experienced. It's like Parinibbana or this Nirodha Samapatti. And then it's not the same as Asanyasata, because Asanyasata Brahmas, they actually are not free from defilements. They are not free from samsara. And actually, after being Asanyasata Brahmas, they usually have, I think it was not a good rebirth, right? I think it was a Vihetuka, so I don't remember. But it's not the same liberation that they experience with this, right? Another thing is that this anarahat that emerges from this, he can help another person by accepting food, accepting dana,
this
and
point.
he can really help the other, right?
This the highest guna.
Highest guna, right?
Yeah, highest guna for someone who come to offer.
Yes. So if you want to help others, for them to make very special merit, you can enter this, right? Then you will be as if in Parinibbana. You'll come out, and you have the Palasamapati protects you. Even if you're if in those 7 days there is some accident or some disaster, that Nirodha Samapatti and the Palasamapatti that arises later protect you from that, get you out of that situation. And then you can help anyone by accepting danas and so on. So another reason for why they may enter this. Okay, we still have some time. I'll start the Pugala Veda. This is the last part of this VT chapter. Let me send you this image.
Bhumi.
Bhumi?
Where is Bhumi?
I sent you my notes. I'll start sending you my notes so you can also follow the class with my notes if you want. They are quite okay, quite good, quite organized. So I sent you as an HTML format. So you don't have to be writing down everything. Okay. Now let's discuss a little bit of the Pugalas and then the Viti and the Chittas that arise for each Pugala.
This one.
This is the previous, no, this is the content of the last exam. Okay? No, what I sent you is on the our Abhidhamma extra class group. There is a file I sent recently. It's called VT4, something like that. VT class number 4. Okay. Pugalas. Pugalas. So we have two main types of Pugala. We have Putrajanas and we have Aryas, right? Okay? Two types of Pugala, Putrajana and Arya. Now, types of Putujana. Types of Putujana. We have Dugati, Ahetuka Pugala. We have Sugati, Ahetuka Pugala. We have Dvihetuka and Tihetuka. Right? Okay. Now all aryas are Tihetuka. Okay? But we divide them between Putujana and aryas. So Tihetukas are in both, you see? Don't get confused. Tihetukas are Putujana Tihetukas and all aryas are Tihetukas. And then all aryas, we divide them into 8 Pugalas. Okay, let's do it in the next page. Aryas. We have Sotapati Magga, the person who is in the Sotapati Magga moment. Okay? Then we have Sotapati Magga Phalata Pugala. Okay. And then we have the same Sakadagami Magga Pugala and Sakadagami Phalata Pugala. Okay. Then we have Anagami Magga and Anagami Phalata. And then the same for Arahata. So Arahata Magga and Arahata Phalata. Okay. Now, do you see this image I sent you? If you have WhatsApp. What is each of these?
My tablet cannot.
I sent you an image. I made it. You have it?
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't have it, it's okay. So, the Sotapati Magga Pugala is the person in the Magga, you know? If you have the Magaviti, for example, we have the Magaviti, right? Okay. Sotapati Magaviti, we had Bhavanga, Manadara Vajana, Parikama, Pacharana, Roma, Kutrabu, here, Magga, Phalata. Magga Pugala here. This is this person, Sotapati Magga Pugala. Sotapati Magga Pugala. And here, before this, until Gotrabu, you are Putujana. Okay? Putujana. Here, you are Sotapati Magga Pugala. Okay? And from here onwards, you will be Sotapati Phalata Pugala. Do you understand? Okay? So Magga Pugala is only on that main moment of Magga. Okay? So the same applies to the other, no? You understand? Now you will be Sotapati Phalata Pugala until you reach the next Magga, you see? Bhavanga, Manandara Vajana, Parikama, Pachara, Roma. Now you don't have Gotrabu, you have Buddhana. Second Magga, Phala, Bhavanga. So on this Magga, you will be, for example, Sakadagami Magga Pugala. right? Sakadagami Magata Pugala. Before this, until here, you see, until here, you are Sotapati, Palata, Sotapati, Palata Pugala, until Vodana. Sakadagami Magata Pugala over here, and then Sakadagami Palata. Sakadagami Palata. Okay? So now the same principle you understand, you apply to Anagami and Arhat. Okay?
Yes.
Think you can understand, no? So these are the 8 Pugals. Okay? I sent you a nice diagram with all this and the VTs. So, Dugatiya Hetuka. Okay, what are the chittas for these Pugalas? Okay, Dugatiya Hetuka, what is his Patisandhi? Dugatiya Hetuka. Yes. Upeka Santirana, right? Akusala Vipaka. Akusala Vipaka, Upeka Santirana. Sugatiya Hetuka. Sugatiya Hetuka, we have 2 types. Actually, we have 2 types. One is Asanya Sata. Okay, Asanya Sata have no chitta, right? They have Rupa Patisandhi, remember? Rupa Patisandhi, right? Yes, so they are a type of Ahituka, Sugatiya Hetuka. And then you have these with Kusala Vipaka, Upeka Santirana. Yes. So 2 types of Sugatiya Hetuka. Now Sugati, Dvihetuka. Dvihetuka is always Sugati, so we don't need to mention Sugati or Dviheti. Okay? Dvihetuka. Dvihetuka have, what are the chittas? They can have 4 Jnana Vipayuta Mahavipaka. Not Mahakusala, Mahavipaka, right? Okay. And then Dvihetuka have 4 Jnana Sampayuta Mahavipaka. Okay. What about Brahmas? They don't have 4 Jnana Sampayuta Mahavipaka. They have
5.
yes, one of the 9 Mahagata Vipakas. Yes. So you see how many? Okay, these Patisandhis also apply to the Aryat, right? They are all Hetuka Patisandhis. So you see, remember we had 20 types of Patisandhi? 20 Patisandhis.
Nah.
Okay. How many chittas can be Bhavanga?
19.
19 chittas, right? 19 chittas. And then we have Rupa Patisandhi, 20 Patisandhis. Okay. Plus Rupa Patisandhi. So altogether 20 Patisandhis. Huh? Sorry?
We added 9 years in
In VT?
Bhavanga Patisandhi Chuti 99.
Bhavanga Patisandhi Chuti 19 chittas.
Navarachitta associate.
Yeah, the number of chittas that can perform that function. Right? 19 chittas can be. So these are the 19, you see? 1, 2, here, 6, 10, 19.
Yeah.
These are the 19, you see? 19 types, 19 chittas that can make the Bhavanga, yes. And then if we count as Sanyasata, we have 20 types of Patisandhi. Okay, so these are all the Patisandhis. I think it's not difficult.
Rupa one, no?
Huh?
Rupa one and Nama.
You have Nama Patisandhi, Rupa Patisandhi, and Nama Rupa Patisandhi. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I told you this already, you don't remember?
not a chitta.
Nama Patisandhi. What are the Nama Patisandhis?
19 chitta.
Huh?
19 chitta.
No.
Four.
Four
Four
Arupa Vipaka. Rupa Patisandhi. Yes. Rupa Patisandhi is the Asana Satas. Okay, and then Nama Rupa Patisandhi, we have the remaining, you see, remaining 15. 15 remaining. Okay, what are the 15 remaining? We have 8 Mahavipakas and 9, no.
Upeka.
Three sun.
Two
Okay, that's not wrong, actually, it's not wrong. We have 2 Santiranas, Upeka Santiranas,
Yes.
8 Mahavipakas,
Yes.
and 9 Mahagata Vipakas.
Yes.
Okay. 15. No. Why do you put more?
19. No, because of 8 and
These are 19. Wait, Arupa Vipakas I have to remove from
yeah,
there.
not
No, not 9. 5. There is something wrong.
Audit.
Basic mathematics. So 5 Rupa Vachara Vipakas. Yes. Rupa Vachara Vipakas. Okay.
Cause of some teacher.
Teacher came from Sudavato.
Yes.
From the Vachara?
Yes.
No, it was my mistake.
My mistake.
He agreed.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, these are the Pugalas. These are their Patisandhis. I think this is not difficult. Now, what are the chittas that arise? Or viti chittas that arise in them? Okay? We know the bhavangas that they may have. Now, what are the viti chittas that they may have? How many viti chittas are there in general? How many viti chittas? Chittas that can arise in the viti. How many?
8.
Hmm? 80. Yes, 80. Remember? Because 9 Mahagata Vipakas, they are never viti chittas. So 89 minus 9, 80. 80 chittas. 80 viti chittas. Except you can remove your minus 9 Mahagata Vipaka. Okay. So we have 80 viti chittas. Now let's take those Pugala. We have Dugati, Ahetuka. Okay. This one you have to think a little bit. Dugati Ahetuka. Which chittas occur to Dugati Ahetukas? Now remember Chitta chart. Chitta chart. Akusala chittas. Yes. 12 akusala chittas. Okay, now among Ahetuka chittas, do they have akusala vipaka?
Yes.
Yes, they can have akusala vipaka when they see unpleasant things, right? So you have 7 akusala vipaka ahetuka chittas. What? Do they have 8 kusala vipaka? Yes, when they see pleasant objects, for example. 8 kusala vipaka ahetukas. Okay. What about the Kirya Chittas? We have 3.
3.
Panchatara Vajana and Manodara Vajana and Hasitupada. Okay. Except Hasitupada, they can arise, right? So 2 Kirya Ahetuka except Hasitupada. Okay. Finish. So Ahetukas, they can have 17 Ahetukas. 17 Ahetukas. Ahetuka Chittas. Okay. Now, Kamavachara Sobanas. Which chittas do they have? Mahakusalas. Can they have Mahakusala?
Yes.
Yes, they can have Mahakusala. Good. 8 Mahakusala. What about Mahavipakas? This is here is the tricky part. Mahavipakas do not arise here. They do not arise in Dugati, Ahituka Pugala. And then in the Sugati, sometimes you have Jnana Vipayuta, sometimes Jnana Sampayuta. So this is the tricky one, the Mahavipakas. Okay? So here we have no Mahavipakas, no Mahakiriyas, obviously, and no Rupa Vachara and Lokutara Chittas. So this is it, you see, finish. These are the Chittas that they can have. So 12 and 17 is 29 and 37, right? 37, no? Yeah, 37. Okay, 37. So here the principle is that Mahavipakas, let's do not arise in the Dugati. Okay? One principle of the Mahavipakas. Okay? This is a tricky one. The rest is quite obvious. Okay, next Pugala, Dugati Ahetuka. Now we have Sugati Ahetuka. Sugati Ahetuka, one is Asanyasata, right? So we don't need to discuss. Asanyasata has 0 chittas. Okay, no? Asanyasata 0 chittas. What about the others? The other Sugati Ahetuka. Akusala chittas?
Yes.
Yes, they can have Akusala chittas. 12 Akusala chittas. What about the Ahetuka chittas?
Yes.
Ahetuka chittas as well, but not Hasitupada, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 17
17.
Ahetukas. What about Mahakusalas? Yes. 8 Mahakusala. What about Mahavipakas? The tricky ones?
Only
For Jnana Vipayuta, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for Jnana Vipayuta. You see, the Jnana Sampayutas do not arise for the Sugati Ahetuka. So we have 4 Jnana Vipayuta Mahavipakas. This is the tricky one. So we can put here Mahavipakas do not arise in Dugati, and then we have only for Jnana Vipayutas in Ahetuka. Sugati Ahetuka. Sugati Ahetuka. In Sugati Ahetuka. Okay. Sugati Ahetukas. Okay, for Jnana Vipayutas we have. Then no Kiriyas. What about Chanachittas?
No.
So this is it. We have here 29, and then 37, and then 41. 41 chittas. Correct? Yes, correct. Sugati Ahetuka. Now, Dvihetuka. Okay, Dvihetuka. Akusala?
Yes.
Yes. Ahetukas?
Yes.
Yes.
Accept.
17 Ahetukas, except Hasitupada. Now, 8 Mahakusalas, yes. What about Mahakiriyas?
Jnana Vipayuta.
Also Jnana Vipayuta, right? For Jnana Vipayuta Mahakiriyas. And Jnana Sampayuta, no. Kiriya no, jhana no. Finish.
Same.
Same, you see? 41, right?
Mahavipaka. Not
29, 37, 41. So you see, it's the same as this, you see?
Sukati. Same.
It's the same.
Yes. Kusala. Om.
So,
Om.
Sugati, here, some principles. Sugati Ahetuka has the same as Vihetuka. Right? Actually, yeah, I'll put this. Sugati Ahetuka is the same as Vihetuka. Okay. Now Tihetu. Tihetuka Pugala. 12 Akusala. 17 Ahetukas.
Please say
Now we have Mahakusala 8. Mahakusala. And now we have 8 Mahavipakas. You see? And then Tihetuka Pugala, he can have jhana, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we have how many of the jhanas? You have Rupa Vachara Kusala, Rupa Vachara Kusala,
Yes.
Rupa Vachara Vipaka.
No.
These are Viti Chittas.
Yes.
So no Rupa Vachara Vipaka, okay? Because because Viti Chittas. And then Rupa Vachara Kiriya,
Yes.
Tihetukas could be, but we divide the Tihetukas between Putujanas and Aryas. These are Putujanas. So no
Oh,
Kiriya.
yeah, no Kiriya.
So we have 5 Rupa Vachara Kusala, 4 Arupa Vachara Kusala.
But we can include both and
Huh?
can include both.
No.
Yeah, you
one-
could, if you want, you could put all Tihetukas together. But here we are dividing them between Putujanas and Aryas and types of Aryas. If you just take all Tihetukas in general, you could put Vipaka, not Vipaka because it's Viti Chittas. So you could put Kiriya here, and you
Ahetuka
could
also.
put Lokutara Chittas.
Yeah, Ahetuka also not accept the
Even Hasitupada we could add.
Yeah.
We could add Hasitupada. But here is Putujana, so let's put here. Putujana. Rupavachana and Rupavachana Kusala. Lokutara Chittas can arise for the Hetuka, but only for the Aryas, so we'll not add it here. Okay? Finish. Here, remember you have Jnana Sampayutta, Mahavipakas. Here. They arise for the Hetukas. In general. See, they arise, all of them arise for the Hetukas. Okay, so we have here 29, 37, 37 and 45, 54. Okay, 54.
Not 54 Kamalaya.
No, not 54 Kamalaya, but also 54. 54. So then we do the Aryas next day. Okay, we can stop here. Any question?
Yeah. So then I can understand. Can go back to the Ahetuka.
Ahetuka.
Yeah.
Which Ahetuka?
The Sukati Ahetuka.
No, Sukati Ahetuka.
With
Why only Jnana Vipayutta?
which function that
Function?
yes function that in the Viti which function that for Jnana Vipayutta
For Jnana Vipayutta Mahavipaka, they can be Tadarana.
Tadharama.
Because they can do 4 functions, remember?
Yeah.
Remember Patisandhi Bhavanga Chuti and Tadarana.
Yes.
So here they must be Tadarana.
But
Because Patisandhi Bhavanga Chuti is not included here.
this person participating with Santi Upekha
Upekha
Santi
Santi,
Gana. When the finish the Javana,
Mm.
it could be Upekha Santi Gana arise, right?
Yes.
But why for Yana Vipayutta can arise?
In his Tadaramana, we have 11 Tadaramanas, possible Tadaramanas.
Yes.
So he will not have 4 Jnana Sampayutta Tadaramana.
Yana
So he'll have 7 possible Tadaramanas. Either 4 Jnana Vipayutta Mahavipaka or 3 Santira. Those are the 7 Tadaramanas he can have. But I don't know why.
because I confused.
He mean
Only the Tihetuka Bhavanga can have the Jnana Sampayutta Tadaramana.
yes, all Tehetuka can help all the Mahavipaka.
Yes, all Mahavipakas.
Yes.
So if you think of the Jnana Sampayutta Mahavipakas, they only arise in the Jnana Sampayutta Bhavanga.
But this Ahetuka but can have Mahavipaka Jnana Vipayutta.
Yes, just Jnana Vipayuttis, not Jnana Sampayutta. So their Bhavanga, the Bhavanga is Jnana Vipayutta,
Yes.
right? The Bhavanga, there is no Jnana in the Bhavanga. And then you have the Viti and the Tadaramanas here. If the Bhavanga is Jnana Vipayutta, no Jnana, then the Tadaramana cannot have Jnana. So it must be also Jnana Vipayutta. I don't know exactly why, but that's how it happens.
But this person when make the Kosala, he have done the Omaka Kusala.
Omaka
Yeah,
Kusala.
Maha Kusala. Very low.
Very low Kusala.
Very low Kusala.
Omaka Kusala. Without the Jnana. Low
Sattha also don't have high Sattha.
low sada.
Low sada.
You have sada, but low sada.
Yes.
He did kusala with the. Okay, as a result, for this result, because his bhavanga is the upeka santirana, right? Upeka santirana bhavanga. So the kama to produce the upeka santirana is kusala vipaka. The kama is for jnana vipayutta mahakusala. And then these 4 jnana vipayutta mahakusala, if they are ukata, strong ones, they can produce dvihetuka, right? So here it must be omaka. Omaka, jnana vipayutta mahakusala, omaka.
Can you give example the situation that for Yana Vipayutta arise in the viti of this person?
On this person?
Yes.
These jnana vipayuttas are result of kusala, right? So when you see something good, for example, you will have. Yeah, you see, for example, something, for example, Panchadara Vitis, for example, Ti Na Da. Then you have Panchadara Bhajana. Let's see, you are seeing something pleasant, a good object. Chakra Vijnana will be Kusala Vipaka. You see? These are Vipaka Chittas, okay. Panchadara Bhajana is Kiya, doesn't matter. Kusala Vipaka, the Chakra Vijnana. Then you have Sampatichana, Santirana, and Gotapana. Remember, Gotapana is a Kiya, but these are Kusala Vipaka. Kusala Vipaka, Santirana, Sampatichana, and Santirana Chittas. Okay, Ahetaka Chittas. Then after Gotapana, you will have 7 javanas. These 7 javanas, depending on your manasikara, may be kusala for this person. Right? Even though they are, for example, animals. Sorry, this is Sugati Ahetuka. So it's like a human being, for example, but maybe Ahetuka is like either blind from birth, I think deaf from birth, right? So these could still be kusala. Any of the kusala may still arise. Good, because otherwise how can they get a better life, right? They have to do some kusala, right? So luckily they can have kusala. Okay, so they may have any of the kusala chittas or akusala chittas.
Yeah.
12 akusala or 8 kusala. And then his tadaramanas, which are vipaka, must be kusala vipaka. Kusala vipaka. Now among the tadaramanas, which are kusala vipaka, we have 2 santirana, which are kusala vipaka, and we have 8 mahavipakas. But he cannot have the jnana sampayutta, so it becomes 4 jnana vipayutta mahavipakas. Okay? So we can have these 6 tadarama. 6. 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Did I count right?
Yes.
6. Yes, it's correct, right? Because the other santirana is akusala vipaka, and the other mahavipakas are jnana sampayutta.
But among those chitta, only one happen. Santirana also only take one upekha or samana
One
santirana.
upekha,
Yes.
one somanasa.
Yes.
So they can still have this somanasa, right?
Yes, but santirana function also like this.
Santirana function, yes.
Yes.
Also.
Samana
But
or
this one is somanasa.
samanasa or santirana according to the object.
Yes, according to the nature of the object.
Yes. Before I have some doubt in the santirana function.
This santirana.
Yeah. When the samana santirana arise.
Somanasa or not?
Yes, and upekha or santirana is samana like this.
I don't know. I don't know this one.
Yes, but I read in the Tadalamana Niyama.
Tadalamana
Yeah,
Niyama.
mentioned about the according to the object.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if the object ati itharamana
Yes.
like this have the samana santirana.
Do you remember Kicha Sangaha? Kicha Sangaha, we had chittas that perform 2 functions. 2 Kicha chittas. 2 Kicha chittas, right? We had 2 chittas. One was Manodwara Vajana, remember? It performs a Vajana function or Votapana function. Votapana function. The other was the Somanasa Santirana, right? It performed Tadaramana function or Santirana function. So it can be. Because the other Upeka Santiranas, they are not Dukicha. They can do Patisandi, Bhavanga, and Chuti. They can do Santirana and they can do Tadaramana. So 5 Kicha. You see, so the Kicha Sangraha answers this question, right?
Yes.
Here. This Santirana could be Upeka or could be Somanasa. So depending on the nature of the object, right? Itaramana or Ati Itaramana. So, for example, Sugati Ahito, even though he's a human being, he's deaf, he may still have a very good object. He may still see, he may still meet a very good object. And then this can arise. Tadaramanas.
I think Tadaramana is random.
Random?
Right.
Random. Random means sometimes it arises, sometimes it doesn't, without much principles behind it.
Like
But I feel like it depends on the age of the object.
six of them.
Okay.
6 of them.
Ah, you mean which of them?
Yes.
Ah.
Because
Uh-huh.
you read this Ati Maharamana.
Ati Mahantaramana.
Ati Mahantaramana. And when finish the Javana,
Mm.
which one can
Which one will be?
Yes, which one? Or random to receive the aramana.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You ask again.
Yeah, we didn't discuss this. I don't know if it's a random thing. I mean, if it's Ati Itta Ramana, then we will have with Somanasa.
Yeah.
So then for example, let's say Ati Itta Ramana. Then we'll have with Somanasa, right?
Yes.
So it will be either one Somanasa Sandhidana or two Jnana Vipariyuta Mahavipakas which have Somanasa. So possibility reduced to 3. But still among these 3, I don't know what determines. I don't think we have discussed it.
Yes. But 3 of them can have ability to arise.
Yes.
But don't know.
But I don't know, yes, which one would be.
Yes.
I don't know. And then if it's Ittaramana, just normal Ittaramana, then it would not be Somanasa Santirana, so you have one Uppeka Santirana. Or, I don't know if it can be Somanasa either over here. I don't know if it's 4 or 2 over here. You pick the Somanasa Santirana, I heard it's only with a very pleasant object. But the other one, I'm not sure. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So let's finish. No, I was not using your mic. Buddha Sasanam Chiranti Tatu, Buddha Sasanam Chiranti Tatu, Buddha Sasanam Chiranti Tatu, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.